And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Room to run right away. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Right back to him on first down. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Myles Garrett able to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. A couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
They will take this down right into the edge of the red zone. 21. Stephon Gilmore up to make the play. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll throw out of the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. That's his first touchdown of the new year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. That's taken in. It's Tiz Walker. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Now, faking the give. That's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
One of the biggest differentiators for a lot of these defenders, Mike, is a lot of them can stay in tight coverage. But where the special guys separate themselves is what do they do once the ball is in the air. They almost turn into offensive players with their ability.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. A big hole. And he's going to take this all the way home. Jalen Wright. Touchdown, Vikings.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession one. What are you going to do in response on possession two? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. And that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball. Find easier completions. Find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by the veteran Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll struggle to get positive yardage here, only up to about the 5. Second down and 8. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Mike, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That'll be returnable from the 35. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to look downfield once again.
It was clear from the jump, Mike, that he wanted to take a shot downfield, bought himself a little extra time by moving the launch point. Ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit, and ends up falling harmlessly out of bounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And he will score. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cleveland. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns will move out to a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A carry here for Wright. Down the sideline, inside the 25. Guarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
They run again with Wright. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
We are through 1. 14-7 is our score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 12. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
That is hauled in at the 5. And the Vikings are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Reichert now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to try it here again. And that is incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. 15 yards through the air. It's a Browns 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Back to the air one more time. Going up top. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. This one complete right side. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. That is caught. He finds Walker. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is right. And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. He throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Open man, left side. He's got it. A gutsy call, but they paid off. It's a gain of 17. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will score. Tez Walker, touchdown Vikings.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out, looking for Cooper.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Stephon Gilmore.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. This one intercepted. Hit by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. Great job by the defense. No cutback lane. No nothing on that one. Out of bounds. A loss of 4 on that play. Pushed back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. On throw. Right side taken by Njoku. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end. Mike kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds, past the 40-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
So we have reached halftime. These two teams separated by a touchdown. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this 2nd half. about to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it'll bring up second down. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in on the stop. Third down and 9. In motion comes Walker. Side, it's complete.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He's got it at the 7. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
2 incomplete passes now lead to this third down and goal. From out of the gun, he'll throw. This one caught at the 4.
These are the worst. I had a couple of years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, 4th and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
Well, most teams that find themselves in this situation, Mike, what are they going to do on first down? They're just going to run it. They're going to just plow it up in there, and the idea is don't make the quarterback take the center exchange in the end zone. Well, not this guy. He decides to throw it deep downfield, and even though it's an incomplete pass, you have to imagine it's going to soften that secondary up just a little bit.
It'll grind out a couple of yards, gives them a little bit of space out to the 3. They need 8 as they come up for third down. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I really like this defensive play call. Knowing the offense is backed up on their own territory, take the fight to them. You know their first order of business is they're just trying to get some breathing room. Don't give it to them. Go attack. It's exactly what they were able to do, and that hit is what ultimately led to that incompletion.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A give here to Wright. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. He'll drop to throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Has Walker. Touchdown, Minnesota. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He knocks it through. The Vikings have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Drive will start on the ground. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
He's got it! And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Browns. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
From the 6, here comes a return. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now, faking the give. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. To the end zone. It's intercepted.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
They'll run with Wright. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. 2nd and 7. Back on the ground and back to Wright. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Right back to the air. No chance at all. He'll go down.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came, and he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. The throw on the run is complete. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That one hauled in. It's complete. And they will finally run him down.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
Head up. This is right. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll let this go deep for the end zone.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
Possibly the play of the game right here. It is fourth down. He'll look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18. On the give, it's right. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. A massive play here. Late, tie game, third down. He'll get this out wide. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up first and goal. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
Tie game, fourth quarter. This defense knows the importance of keeping this thing at a 3-point game. What a big play there with the tackle for loss on first and goal.
Second and goal. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Cole Kmet, touchdown Vikings. Reichert now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings will go up by 7.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Now he'll air one out. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And they will spike it here with 6 seconds to play. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. That is incomplete with 1 second left on the clock.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before 3rd down. Here we go. One final play. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. So a win here for the Vikings. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. And in the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference.